when we're moving through life, the things that we do, the habits we form, the rituals we rely on become a regular part of our lives, and we begin to depend on those things. We begin to build our life around those things, around certain stories and certain habits and certain rituals. We say, now these are the things that we do. And some of those are good and beautiful things. Some of them are things maybe we wish we didn't do, but we begin to build our lives on those things. They form the foundation and the pillars that our life is built on. That our regular habits, whatever it may be, become our expectation of how life is going to go and become something that we believe we need. For example, if you are somebody who typically has 3 meals a day, then when it comes that time of the day, your body will tell you that you're hungry and you should get some food, right? If you're somebody who has practiced giving up one of those meals, if you're somebody who has done 2 meals a day, well, then your body, after a while, will adjust to that, right? So our lives work that way with all kinds of things. That when we're used to having these things in our life, the idea of not having them drives some urges in our brain or our body, or feels like the cost of giving that up would just be too great. Now, the things that we build into our routine, some of them we're more than willing to give up for whatever the reason. So, an example from my life, a couple of years ago, I realized that the way that I was responding to football games when the Seahawks won or lost, I was driving myself crazy. And because it affected my mood, and not only did it do that, but it didn't match how much I actually cared. Like, I did not care that much. And they'd lose, and I'd be like, the world is over. And I hated it. So at some point, I simply said, okay, I am going to give up. Let's do this one. Ooh. Yeah, that one. That's the one I meant to grab. I'm going to give up football. It was a thing that I enjoyed going home on a Sunday afternoon, and whether it was, I almost said tape delayed. Wow, okay, I'm old. You're like, I don't even know what that means. Okay, anyway, whether it's recorded or live, I would watch the football game, and second and third quarters you can watch with your eyes closed. It doesn't really matter. Wake up, see how it's going. I enjoyed that routine on a fall Sunday afternoon. But it wasn't worth it to me for how I was feeling about things. Maybe for you, social media has become so ingrained in your life that the idea of setting it down feels like, what would I do with myself? Of giving it up. Now, mind you, 15 years ago, we didn't have it at all. 20 years ago, we didn't have it at all. But now we're like, I can't imagine giving that up. I did give up social media for Lent, and for the first week, the amount of times that I pulled my phone out of my pocket and was like, what am I even doing? Like, I had 30 spare seconds, and suddenly I'm pulling my phone out. I didn't even realize how much I was leaning on it and making it part of my life. And yet, you can get rid of that, and it still stands. Maybe for you, you're somebody who feels like you need to be in the know. Social media is part of how you do that. You know what your friends and family are up to. You know what's going on with your second grade teacher. Maybe it's how you get your news. And like, I need to know what's going on in the world. Maybe for you, the idea of giving up food for any amount of time just sounds awful. Maybe you were raised in an environment where having a savings account, however you were raised, maybe you were raised with plenty or with nothing, but for whatever reason, having that as savings account is so important. And you can't imagine giving it up, because what would that mean for your life and your safety and whether you would be okay? And it turns out that as we get rid of all of these things, what we discover is that those things were not actually holding us up to begin with. these things that we got so ingrained into our life that the idea of giving it up, maybe you have a family movie night every Friday. That's a great and beautiful thing. I don't see any reason why you would need to give that up. But the idea of giving it up makes you go, no, no, no. Our family is so locked into that. Like, we have to have that time. We begin to feel like that thing is propping up our family or holding us up. And what happens is that those things we build our lives upon, those habits and rituals that make it look like they're holding up our life, it's a facade. It's fake. Because the one who made you is holding you up. Because the God who made you and loves you is the one who is holding you. That it is not the little things we do and the way that we build our routine, that it is God himself who has us held. Colossians 1:17, if you came to the Lent night, you heard this verse a couple of times. He is before all things, and in him all things hold together. That's the New Testament one. The Old Testament one, Isaiah 46:4. I will be your God throughout your lifetime until your hair is white with age or completely gone. I made you, and I will care for you. I will carry you along and save you. I made you, and I will care for you. I will carry you along and save you. We are carried, we are held up by the God who made us and loves us. Your life is sustained, is held, is carried by the God who made you and loves you and saves you.